Look at me speaking German. Okay, hello and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be creating for myself a bookmark while we have a little catch up. So, it has been a minute since my last video, and I must apologize. I have no one to blame but myself for that one. I literally am already back from Europe. I had an amazing time. I literally filmed how many videos? I did one prepping and packing to go to Europe. I did one on the airports themselves to talk about layovers and like some tips and tricks to get through a 10-hour layover on Dubai International Airport, which is what I had. I did a couple of days in the life in Europe, one in Switzerland, at least one in Germany. I'm not sure, I think I did 2 in Germany. And I still haven't given you guys my Berlin vlog from last year. So I am way behind, and I just wanted to kind of jump on here and force myself to actually start doing something. Because honestly, looking at 3 hours of footage for one video to try and pare it down into a 10 to 20 minute video is highly intimidating, and I kind of choked. So this is a lot less intimidating, and I can get on here and actually just tell you a little bit about what I've been doing and how life is going and what is happening, so that it's really just a catch-up session while I finish up my little bookmark. Because I started a new book, and you know how you start a new book and you're like, cool, I need to find a bookmark. Can't find a bookmark anywhere, and use a till slip or a piece of cash or something random from somewhere. Yeah, that's been happening to me. So we need a bookmark. I'm making a bookmark. I am doing a tribute to fall because I love fall, but it is spring here in South Africa. So yeah, it's not fall. So one of the things I wanted to update you guys is, if you're not following me on Instagram, I'll have that linked. But I have been posting a lot more on my Instagram than I usually, I have in the past. I have a friend, Livy, you've seen her on here before. She basically just told me, listen, just post. Just put whatever is going to be there up. Like, it's chill. Like, you don't have to curate it so much. And I've been, actually following that advice because I went to some awesome places and I did some awesome things. And I didn't vlog everything, but I took photos everywhere. And so there's a lot on there, so if you guys want to get a little updated on that before the videos come out, feel free. I am trying to keep that one flowing, keep putting things up, and actually posting, which I think it's actually a great creative outlet for me to not have so many videos that I'm making such a big fuss about, but also to just post some photos and engage you guys in my daily life sort of thing. But yeah, I just want to say it has been super intimidating to look at all of the photos and videos and things that I need to put together and post for you guys, and that is why I have not been doing it. I have been also lazy. Getting back from Europe, I was exhausted. And so much happened that I missed a flight for the first time in my life. I was able to explore a lot of Europe, but I also got back and then it was just readjusting to being home and reconnecting with friends and doing a bunch of things, and also just playing catch up with life, really, because being away for, what was it, a month kind of does come with a lot of things that you have to literally play catch up. So that has been happening. I know it's not an excuse, and I owe you guys so much content, but it's what's been happening. So I'm just being real with you guys. Something that I have found time to do, which I've been thinking about doing for a short while now, and I finally took the leap, is I started a Substack, which is kind of crazy for me. Because if you don't know what that is, it's basically a newsletter kind of platform, blog kind of platform, where I write articles, or in my case, I write deep dives on a particular verse in scripture, in the Bible, and then I just post that once a week, and then it gets delivered directly into my subscribers' inboxes. The reason that I decided to finally do it is because I have not been editing or writing my book recently. It is so shameful and embarrassing, but I have just hit a wall in a way. I wrote the whole thing back last year, November, and I have not edited it. My plan was to get it done, like finished, edited, ready to publish April of this year. So clearly I'm a little post due on that, and I think that part of the reason for that is I finished the book and then I set it aside because they say that's what you're supposed to do. I set it aside for like until January of that year, this year, that is. And I was like, okay, then I'm going to pick it up and I'm going to edit it and I'm going to finish it and it's going to be great and I'm going to look at it with fresh eyes and whatnot. And I looked at it in February and I read through the whole thing again in February and I just sort of like made some notes in it, and then I was just feeling so overwhelmed because I don't really have like particularly plot holes, but I compare myself, my writing level, to like Suzanne Collins' writing level, and there is no comparison. To be very honest with you, there is literally no comparison. She's on another level, and I'm like, how can I make mine as good as hers? And then I get completely stopped because I'm like, I can't, so I'm gonna stop now. So it's not like really a matter of like, it's really experience and time and things like that. But I love how she takes her characters, and every single character has their own arc, has their own personality, has their own development, which I love so, so much. It is something I aspire to, it is something that I admire, and I genuinely want to get my characters to the point where it's not just you have a main character and like the female love interest, or the main character and the male love interest, but that you have those characters have their arcs, and then you have their friends, and you have multiple characters in the book that actually have arcs that you can 10 years down the line, write a book about them and people are still so invested in these characters because they have their own arcs. And I read a lot. I read a lot of books. I love like seeing other people's perspective. I love romance novels. But sometimes, you know, you just kind of need to look at YA fantasy and you're gonna find something better, you know? So what I'm trying to do is actually go through my book and look at those characters that I want to develop and like actually develop them in a way that is believable, giving them character arcs because they deserve it. I mean, come on, they're living through a pretty intense book. They should get their own character arc. So I have friends from my female love interest. My female main character has friends and stuff that are mentioned in the book, and they do have a little bit of like screen time, so to speak. But like not a lot, and I want to give them more. But I also don't want it to feel like a filler episode, you know what I mean? Like some books you read and then a chapter, it literally just feels like the author just put in a filler episode into a series. So I don't want that, and I also don't want to not have character arcs for my characters. So that is my mission. I'm kind of trying to get myself to commit to doing this in November because, like I said, I wrote it in November of last year. So it would kind of be like a poetic thing where I take the whole of November and I just edit. But I also have a lot of other things that I am currently doing, like expanding my business and also starting the Substack, like I mentioned to you guys, and doing YouTube because I'm miserably behind with YouTube. So like there's a lot of things on my plate right now that I'm kind of juggling in my mind and trying to convince myself that I need to actually just do it and get it done. So there's that. That's happening. I thought I'd just give you guys a little bit of an update on that. I need tissue paper, so I will be back in a second. This is what we've got so far. Okay, got it. So basically all that to say that I am currently working on it. I am so sorry that I have not been posting my YouTube, and I will hopefully get back on track from this week on, you know, if God wills. And yeah, I just wanted to hop on here and quickly say that and force myself to actually say hi to you guys again for the first time in, I think, 2 months now. I am so sorry, guys. Anyways, if you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. I will check them out. And I am gonna get this finished and just like put a screen grab of it up there because I don't want to waste you guys' time. So, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next week. We hope.